G'day everyone, welcome back to the ICC Jimbo channel, and in today's video I'll be reviewing Australia's 3-game T20 series against South Africa as we return to Darwin for the first time in just over 17 years, as well as heading up to Cairns for our final match. Up the Aussies! Game 1, T20I Stadium, Darwin. After coming off 5 consecutive wins against the West Indies, Mitch Marsh & Co will be looking to continue our winning ways in the top end of Australia. We welcome back Josh Hazlewood and Travis Head back into the side after taking the Caribbean series off to recharge. South Africa won the toss and elected to bowl first. It was a truly chaotic start as Mitch Marsh 13 runs smashed a 6 off the very first ball and hit another boundary to end the over on good terms. From there, however, the Aussies struggled as Travis Head 2 runs, Josh Inglis Golden Duck and the Bison all fell to blind slogging as the Aussies were in some trouble. The power hitting wouldn't stop despite the wickets falling as Tim David 83 runs and Cameron Green 35 runs smashed 40 runs in the middle before Green had to go. Mitch Owen 2 runs and Glenn Maxwell 1 run, then both fell, meaning it had to be the one-man show for Timmy David, and a one-man show it truly was as the beast was unleashed and David went absolutely berserk in Darwin. With the help of Ben Dwarsh's 17 runs, this duo was able to successfully steady Australia's innings as the duo picked up 59 runs together before Dwarsh's had to go. Despite the loss of Dwarsh's, that wouldn't stop Tim David and a new batting partner, Nathan Ellis 12 runs, from piling on the runs. David was dropped by Tristan Stubbs and as punishment proceeded to smash 2 sixes in a row. Unfortunately, David's day had to come to an end in Darwin as the crowd clapped him off after a remarkable knock. From there, the tail failed to get going as Australia needed to defend 178 runs for victory and a lead in the series. Needing to defend 178 runs, the Aussies didn't have many runs to play around with, and despite conceding 2 boundaries in the first over, it was Josh Hazlewood who took the first wicket, removing Aiden Markram on 12 runs. Ryan Rickleton 71 runs and Pretorius 14 runs were going at a good rate for 3 overs until Glenn Maxwell took Australia's second wicket, removing Pretorius. Ben Dwarsh's got Australia another wicket, this time removing Revis on 2 runs. But from there, it wasn't the greatest time to be an Aussie fan as Rickleton and Tristan Stubbs' 37 runs controlled the game, and in the process hit 72 runs in the middle. After 9 long overs, it was Hoff who not only got the breakthrough of Stubbs, but also picked up the wicket of George Lindai. The wickets were not slowing down for the Aussies as Adam Zampa picked up 2 wickets in his final over to give Australia the slight advantage. With Rickleton in the middle, South Africa was still in this one, and with the help of Rabada, they were not going down without a fight, as this game was turning into a thriller. However, the class of Ben Dwarsh's as well as the Maxi Masterclass in the field was just too much for South Africa, as Australia won the first game of this series in Darwin, and we're going into Game 2 with a lead in this series. Game 2, T20I Stadium, Darwin. After winning our first game in an absolute classic, the Aussies will be looking to replicate the winning ways and extend our T20 international win streak to 10 wins as we look to satisfy the fans of Darwin for our last fixture at T20I Stadium. Alex Carey and Sean Abbott come in for an ill Josh Inglis and Nathan Ellis. Mitch Marsh won the toss for the Aussies and elected to bowl first. It was an okay start for the Aussies as Ben Dwarsh's took out Ryan Rickleton 14 runs, despite the run rate going at 10 and over. Glenn Maxwell took out Aiden Markram 18 runs and Pretorius 10 runs as the Aussies were wrestling their way back into this game, until Brevis 125 runs not out came in and taught the Aussie bowling attack a lesson. With the help of Tristan Stubbs 31 runs, the South Africans went from looking in a world of hurt to an absolute control of this match, as the two smashed 126 runs before Adam Zampa finally got the breakthrough, removing Stubbs. Ben Dwarsh's and Josh Hazlewood took some late wickets as well as a run out, but it was unable to stop the bleeding as Revis kept sending us over the rope as we had absolutely no answers to counter him. At the end of the innings, the Aussies needed a miracle to win this one as we needed 219 runs for victory in Darwin. Needing 219 runs to win, the Aussies had to go hard and they had to pounce early. Unfortunately, things didn't start great for the Aussies as Travis had 5 runs hit the ball straight to a fielder, resulting in his departure. Cameron Green 9 runs was the next man to go as the Aussies found themselves under all sorts of pressure. Enter Tim David 50 runs and Mitch Marsh 22 runs. The duo hit 48 valuable runs before it was Bison's turn to depart. In came Glenn Maxwell 16 runs, who wasn't timing his shots but did enough to give the beast David's strike. Things were looking good for the Aussies as we were matching the required run rate until South Africa got the prized wicket of Tim David. From there, the Aussies found themselves back in trouble as Maxi departed. Alex Carey 26 runs and Mitch Owen 8 runs attempted to get the Aussies home, but after receiving a head knock, Owen was just not the same as he wasn't timing his shots at all, resulting in his departure. Kez, who was playing his role perfectly, was the last recognisable batsman left, so he had to go for the slog and unfortunately was caught out. From there, the game was done as Ben Dwarsh's 12 runs, Sean Abbott 1 run and Adam Zampa Golden Duck all fell, resulting in a defeat in Darwin, as the series will be decided in the last T20 in Cairns. Game 3, Kazali Stadium, Cairns. So it all comes down to this. The Aussies will be looking to win this series in the final match in Cairns as we look to bounce back from the disappointing last match in Darwin. Josh Inglis and Nathan Ellis return to the side for Alex Carey and Sean Abbott. Mitch Marsh won the toss for the Aussies and elected to bowl first. It was an incredible start for the Aussies in Cairns as Josh Hazlewood removed Aidan Buckram 1 run in the first over of the game. The wickets would continue as Nathan Ellis took the dangerous Pretorius 24 runs out, as well as Adam Zampa taking out Ryan Rickleton 13 runs. But like the last match, Brever's 53 runs was the problem for the Aussies as he smashed 4 sixes in a single over, and with the help of Tristan Stubbs again with 25 runs, the duo crossed 50 runs together in the middle. From there, the Aussies controlled the game as South Africa were not taking any major risks and the run rate was increasingly dropping. The pressure only became more of an issue for South Africa as Adam Zampa removed Stubbs. Josh Hazlewood and Nathan Ellis caused problems for the tail, but Rassie Verderdassen hit a handy 38 runs not out for South Africa as the Aussies needed 173 runs to win this match and the series. Needing 173 runs to take home the series, the Aussies got to work as captain Mitch Marsh 54 runs was sending anything leg side over the rope. Travis Head 19 runs on the other hand struggled and was unable to get going. Despite that, the Aussies put up a decent opening partnership of 66 runs before Head had to depart. Josh Inglis' series just didn't go to plan with the bat as he departed on a golden duck for the second time this series. Marsh and Cameron Green 9 runs followed soon after as the Aussies were in a bit of trouble. Tim David 17 runs and Glenn Maxwell 62 runs not out got to work, smashing 32 runs between them until David had to go, as well as Aaron Hardy 1 run. This means Maxie was the only recognisable batter left. But this is Glenn Maxwell we are talking about, a man who loves this pressure as he went to work with the help of Ben Dwarsh's 1 run as the two put up 41 runs together, which eased the pressure off the Aussies. Unfortunately for the Aussies, Dwarsh's and Nathan Ellis Golden Duck departed, as Adam Zampa survived the over, which meant Maxie had strike for the last over. And in typical Maxie fashion, he won the game for the Australians as he hit a 4 to win the game in an absolute classic as the Aussies won this series 2-1. All in all, what an amazing series it truly was in the top end, as it went down to the last over to decide who will be taking the trophy home. This is what happens when two proud cricketing nations go against one another. You get classic games and series, and I'm glad that we were on the winning side of this as we continue our preparations for the T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka early next year. Before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to Darwin. It was an amazing place to play cricket, and I had the privilege of attending both games at TIO Stadium. And I definitely hope that cricket returns to this part of the world in the not too distant future, with rumours circling around that there will be a test match there this time next year against Bangladesh. Thanks for watching guys, and until the next one, cheers.